Okay. Hi students. Today we are going to do certain problems in vectors. Okay. In vectors we discussed addition of vectors and subtraction of vectors and product of vectors. So these are the things we discussed earlier. Now in today's class, based on this, I will give some problems. So you try to solve. I will help you. Okay. First problem. Find. So this is vectors problems. This is today's topics. Vector problems. Find work done by the gravitational force. Find work done by the gravitational force. By the gravitational force. To lift an object. To lift an object. To a height h. To a height h. If m is mass of the body. Mass of the body. G is acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. So this is the problem. What is the problem? Find work done by the gravitational force to lift an object to a height h. So from the ground. So let it be, this is a ground. To lift this object having the mass m. M is the mass of the body. To lift to a height h. H. How much work should be done? By the gravitational force. You know that gravitational force acts vertically downwards. So what is the gravitational force acting on the object? Gravitational force acting on the object. F is equal to mg. Nothing but weight of the object. How it will act? Vertically downwards. Okay. So to lift the object, you should apply an external force against this gravitational force. So the displacement in the body from A to B. So it is lifted to a height h. So what is the displacement of the body? Displacement is equal to displacement S is equal to A to B, that is h. Okay, let it be meters. Now work done by this gravitational force. So without acceleration we want to lift this object. So work done by the gravitational force. We want gravitational force. We want. Okay. So work done by the gravitational force. We want W is equal to, as I said, what is the formula for work done? F bar dot S bar. This is the application of dot product. Okay. What is the formula for work done? F bar dot S bar. That is F S cos theta. Okay. What is F? Gravitational force is mg. What is S? H. Displacement is h. What is theta? Angle between F and S. So when you are lifting this, gravitational force acts downwards. So displacement is up. So what is angle between them? 180 degrees, because they are in opposite directions. So cos 180. Cos 180. What is cos 180? Minus 1. So that is minus mgh. This is work done by the gravitational force. Here minus means this work is done, external force, against gravitational force. If work done by the gravitational force is negative, negative work done by the gravitational force is stored in the object in the form of potential energy. So we can also write it as potential energy of the object is mgh. From the definition of potential energy, this negative work done by the gravitational force is stored in the form of potential energy. If you lift this object and you leave there, it will convert into kinetic energy again. So it obeys the law of conservation of energy. So this is the answer for this problem. Okay. So this problem, physics problem based on this dot product applications. So we calculated work done. Second problem, find A bar cross B bar. If A bar is given as I cap minus 2j cap plus 4k cap, and B bar is given as 3i cap minus j cap plus 2k cap. So this is the problem. So this is a cross product. A bar is given, B bar is given, we want A bar cross B bar. Keep in mind, A bar cross B bar is a vector quantity. So we get another vector, let it be C bar. Okay. So that C bar is given by, you have to calculate mod, use mod. So you write first I cap, j cap, k cap, first row, second row, its coordinates. So components, 1 x component, y component, z component. So second row, x component 3 minus 1 2. So the next step is I cap, j cap, k cap. First row, first column. You leave this first row, first column. So first you take I row, minus 2 into 2. So you will get minus 4. Minus 4. You leave this row and this column. Minus 2 into 2. Minus 2. Minus of minus. Minus 1 into 4. Minus 4 minus plus 4. Okay, minus j cap. So plus, first one is plus, second one is minus. J cap, this row, this column, you leave it. 1 4 3 2. Cross multiply. 1 into 2, 2 minus 3 into 4, 12. Plus, again plus, you will get k cap into this row and this column. You take 1 minus 2, 3 minus 1. So cross multiply. Minus 1, minus 1. Here it is minus of minus plus 6. So plus 6. So that is minus 4 plus 4, 0. Minus I cap minus 12. So minus of minus plus 10 j cap. Minus 1, 6, 5. So plus 5 k cap. Okay. So this is C bar. That is 10j plus 5k. This is the answer. Okay. For this question, find A bar cross B bar. For this question, let it be C bar. Let C bar is equal to A bar cross B bar. So C bar we got 10j cap plus 5k cap. This is the answer. The next problem. Next problem. Find unit vector perpendicular to both A bar and B bar in the above problem. So this is the problem. So this is the continuation of this problem, above problem. So find unit vector perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. So we know that this A bar cross B bar is perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. Suppose this one is A, this one is B, then perpendicular to this one is along Z axis. So A bar B bar lies in the xy plane, and A bar cross B bar, that is C bar, is perpendicular to both A bar cross C bar. So unit vector, we know that C bar is equal to A bar cross B bar as C bar is equal to C bar, that is A bar cross B bar is equal to mod A mod B sin theta into n cap. Okay. A bar cross B bar, we want n cap. Okay. So this is the magnitude AB sin theta into n cap. So we want A bar cross B bar is equal to, we have AB sin theta into n cap. We want n. So what is the angle between these two? Theta is angle between A bar and B bar. So for that, we don't know, you find the angle between these two vectors. So n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. So we can write n cap is equal to, what is n cap? Unit vector perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. So what is n cap? Unit vector perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. So we have n A bar cross B bar, that is n cap is equal to A bar cross B bar by mod A mod B sin theta. Okay. So we have C bar already, we got this, and we want a theta. So you find the theta. sin theta value. So for sin theta, you calculate cos theta value. How we can calculate cos theta value? I will write here. So I will write theta value. A bar dot B bar is mod A mod B cos theta. So cos theta is equal to find angle between them, use mod A mod B. Angle between the two vectors you can calculate by using this formula, A bar dot B bar. So what is A bar dot B bar? Is I cap. So use x1 x2 plus x1 x2 plus y1 y2 plus z1 z2 z1 z2 by mod A. What is mod A? Square root of x1 square plus x2 y1 square plus z1 square into mod B. Similarly, what is mod B? I will write here square root of x2 square plus y2 square plus z2 square. This is mod B into, I am writing here. So cos theta is equal to x1 x2. What is x1 here? x1 is 1. x2 how much? 3. y1 how much? -2. What is y2? -1. What is z1? 4. What is z2? 2. So that is, we can write A bar dot B bar, that is x1 x2, 1 into 3 plus y1 y2, this is -2 -1 plus 2 plus z1 z2, 4 into 2 8 by mod A. Mod A is x1 square plus y1 square plus z1 square. 1 square plus 1 minus 2 square 4 plus 4 square 16 root mod B. What is mod B? x2 square 3 square 9 plus minus 1 square 1 plus 2 square 4. So that is, so I am using here again. So cos theta is equal to, so what we get? Cos theta is equal to 3 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10, 13 by, this is 4, 16 plus 4, 20, 21. So root to 21 into, this is 10, root 14. So this is root 14. So this is root 21 into 14. So you will get this cos theta value. What is 21? 21 into 14. Root 14. 21 into 14. 14 ones are 14. 14 twos are 28, 29. So root 294. So root to 294 is 281. 281. It is not a perfect square root. So you leave like this, cos theta. So if you know cos theta, you can calculate sin theta value. Sin theta value. How we can calculate? Once you know the cos theta value, you can calculate sin theta value. How we can calculate sin theta value? Sin theta is, say, I need this board, unit vector. I am erasing here. Okay. So once you know the cos theta, we can calculate sin theta. How we can calculate? Okay. See, by knowing cos theta value, say cos theta is in this triangle theta. Cos theta is 13 by root 294. 294. So what is this value? Square root of 294, 13 square. 13 square 169. 169, 294. So you will get square root of 290 square minus 13 square 169. So you will get 5, 8, 2, 25. You will get 1. So you will get 195. Square root of 195 is square root of 195. So square root of 125. Okay. So what is sin theta value? Sin theta is square root of 125 by 294. So you will get sin theta value square root of 125 by square root of 294. That is sin theta value. So we want n cap. N cap is a bar cross b bar. A bar cross b bar by mod ab sin theta. So what you will get? A bar cross b bar is 10j plus 5k. We are already calculated this one in the above problem. Okay. So a bar cross b bar by mod a mod b we are calculated here. Mod a mod b is square root of this is 294 mod a mod b together 294 we are already calculated here, root 21 into root 14 into sin theta. What is sin theta? Sin theta is root 125 by root 294. Root 294. This 2 root 94 get cancelled. So you will get n cap is equal to 10 j cap plus 5 k cap. Okay. By root 125. So this is the answer for this question. What is that question? Unit vector perpendicular to both a bar and b bar. We can calculate like this. Okay. Next problem. So the same problem which we did, we can do in another way. That is the second method. So what is the second method? If a bar is given, b bar is given, find unit vector perpendicular to both a bar and b bar. So first you find a bar cross b bar. So we did already this one, we got 10j plus 5k. Okay. So unit vector perpendicular to both, this we can take it as a c bar, isn't it? So c bar we got it as 10j plus 5k, and unit vector of c bar is mod c bar by mod c cap. C bar by mod c bar. We will get unit vector along c bar. Along c bar. That is, c bar is 10j cap plus 5k cap by mod of c bar. Mod of this is 100, 10 square 100 plus 5 square 25. So that is 10j cap plus 5k cap by root 125. So thus we can also do. With the same problem we can do like this also. Instead of that first method we did, it seems to be lengthy. Similarly, simply we can do like this also. Okay? Next problem. Okay. If sum of two unit vectors is also a unit vector. Find magnitude of their difference. Find the magnitude of their difference. Okay. So this is the problem. What is the problem? If sum of two unit vectors is also a unit vector, we don't know. Let a cap, b cap be the unit vectors. What does it mean? It means their magnitude is 1 unit. Mod A is equal to 1. Mod B is equal to 1. Sum of these two vectors. Sum means a cap plus b cap. Let it be a bar and b bar. Mod a bar is 1. Mod b bar is 1. So a bar plus b bar. Let it be c bar. Its magnitude. Magnitude of this vector is from parallelogram law. Square root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. What is theta? Angle between, let theta be the angle between a bar and b bar. Angle between a bar and b bar. We don't know. Let it be theta. So mod c bar is sum of two unit vectors is also a unit vector. 1 square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 2 into 1 2 cos theta. So you simplify that. Squaring on both sides. So what you will get? Squaring on both sides. 1 plus 1 2. 2 you take it as common. 1 plus cos theta. Okay? That is 1 plus cos theta is equal to half. Cos theta is equal to minus half. Theta is equal to 120. So we have cos theta is equal to minus half means theta is 120. Okay. Cos theta 120. Theta is 120. So we got answer. Not answer, we got theta. We want to find magnitude of their difference. So we want mod of a bar minus b bar. What we want? Mod of a bar minus b bar. So it is given by square root of a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Okay? So that is a square 1 square b square 1 minus 2ab 1 into 1 1 cos theta. What is cos theta value? Minus half. Minus minus becomes plus. 2 get cancelled. So 1 plus 1 minus half minus plus 1. So that is 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is root 3. So that is root 3. Mod of a bar minus b bar is root 3. Okay? So this is the answer. The difference between the two vectors. Find the magnitude of difference between their two vectors is root 3. Sir. Okay, fifth problem. A vector having magnitude 10. A vector of magnitude 10 newtons. Magnitude 10 newtons. Acting in xy plane. XY plane has components 8 and 8 newtons, 6 newtons along positive x-axis and positive y-axis respectively. Find the coordinate system is rotated about z-axis. Through 90 degrees. In anti-clockwise. Find x and y components in the new coordinate system. Find x and y components in the new coordinate system. Okay, see, so here the concept is when vector is rotated, its magnitude, it will changes. If it rotates other multiples of angle 2 pi, it will changes, no doubt, but magnitude remains. If it is rotated multiples of other than multiples of 2 pi radians, it will changes in direction, not magnitude. Okay, if you rotate multiples of 2 pi like 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, like that, it won't change both in magnitude and direction. But if your coordinate system is rotated, its vector magnitude, it won't change. If coordinate system is rotated, vector magnitude, direction, it won't change, but the components will changes. Let us see how. So this vector lies in the xy plane whose magnitude is 10 newtons. Let it be a force. So its x component is 8 and y component is 6. So this is positive y components. Now this system is rotated through 90 degrees. So I will show this diagram once again. So this is the new system. This is new system after rotating. New coordinate system. That is, see, this coordinate system is reference for us. So the vector, it will be remains the same. Here vector, it won't change. vector is as it is, 10 newtons. But so here the components, this x becomes here, this is x, new value of x. The y becomes here, this is y. So these are the x and y axis. So it will becomes negative y axis. It will become negative x axis. This is the new coordinate system. Okay? Just I rotate this system through 90 degrees. Without rotating this vector, I keep the vector as it is. Just coordinate system rotates. What happens? The vector, components of the vector will changes, but magnitude and direction will remain same. Components may change. How? See, now this x component we want. This is x component. So this angle is how much? This angle is, if it is 8, 6, this is 2 by 4, 2, 3, 4. This also equal to 3, 4 means this is 5. This is 10. So what is this angle? Theta. Let it be sin theta is equal to, in this triangle, 6 by 10. That is 3 by 5. So this theta is 37 degrees. So theta is 37 degrees. 37 degrees. So vector is like this. This is 37. Then this one is 53. Because this one is 37. 53. Now we want x component. So this is x component. Now new components. Components are components in new system, in new coordinate system. New coordinates system is x component becomes this one. So x component is, you have to use cos component. X component is equal to, it is 10 cos 53. So it is adjacent. So cos 53. That is 10. Cos 53 is, cos 53, 3 by 5. So this is 6. So x component now becomes 6. What is y component? Y component is 10. You will get a, see, this is the y component, but it is negative. This is positive. So you will get a cos 37 or sin 53. Sin 53. That is minus. Do you understand why I am putting minus? Why I am taking minus? Because this is negative y axis in the new coordinate system. This is positive y, this is negative y. Positive x, negative x. So that is 10 minus 10 sin 53, 4 by 5. So this is 2. So this is minus 8. Minus 8. So these are the answers. X component, y component of the new system. Before rotation, it is, x component is 8. Before rotation, x component is 8. Y component is 6 in positive. After rotation, x component is 6, y component is minus 8. So here the components will change such that magnitude remains constant. Clear? Okay. This is problem number 5. We are discussing problems in vectors. Next problem. Newtons, 37 degrees, 4 newtons, east, 3 newtons, north, south, west. For shown situation, for shown diagram, what will be the magnitude of, what will be the magnitude of minimum force newtons that can be applied, in any direction, so that the resultant force is along x-axis, Okay, this is the problem. How we can solve this problem? Okay, here how many forces are acting on the body? Let O be the position of the body. 5 newtons, 3 newtons, 4 newtons. So these are the forces acting on the body. The resultant force, minimum force that can be applied in any direction. So let it be F. So solution. Let the minimum force be F. Okay, that should be applied on the body. So the resultant of all these forces along the x-axis. So you divide this one into components. 5, this x component is this x component of 5. Divide the 5 newtons force, 5 components. X component becomes that is 5 cos 37. Cos 37 is 5 cos 37 4 by 5. So that is 4 newtons. Similarly, y component of 5 newtons, 5 sin 37. Sin 37 is 3 by 5. So you will get 3 newtons. Okay. So these are the components of 5 newtons force. So that is, so minimum force is, let it be F. So resultant force is equal to, so 3 newtons, 4 I cap, this is along x-axis, and its component is along the x-axis 4 I cap plus this 3 newtons, 3 j cap, and its component in along the x-axis is 3 j cap plus So I added this force and this force and this one. So plus the applied force, let it be F. It should be some constant K into I cap. So the resultant force should be along the x-axis. So unit vector along the x-axis is I cap. Its magnitude we don't know, let it be K. Okay. So this is the resultant force. So what you will get, 8 I cap, 8 I cap plus, here is also 5. 5 is also added. So to this. So that is 6 J cap, add I cap to I cap, J cap to J cap. This F in any direction, it should be, we want this F is equal to K I cap. So F is equal to, we want F. So K minus 8 I cap, K minus 8 I cap minus 6 J cap. Okay. Here resultant force should be along the x direction. So here the resultant force is along x-axis. So we want here the resultant force, it should be along the x direction. We want a minimum force. Minimum force, this force should be minimum when K value becomes 8. So minimum force we want. So when K is equal to 8, this factor becomes, x component becomes 0. So you will get 6 newtons. So the minimum force that should be applied should be equal to having the magnitude 6 newtons. Okay. So that resultant force should be along the x direction, that is K I cap, and the minimum force should be 6 newtons. Okay. Clear? When this minimum force K should be equal to, K becomes 8. K becomes 8. 8 minus 8, 0. So then this value becomes 0. Then this value becomes minimum value. So K is minimum. We want minimum force. K is equal to 8. Then you will get a minimum force. Okay. You try to solve these problems. I'll give some work. The resultant of two forces, the resultant, that is we are completed 6th one, 7th one. Resultant of two vectors A and B, A bar and B bar, is perpendicular to A bar. Magnitude of resultant is half of the B, half of magnitude of B, magnitude of vector B bar. Find angle between A and B. Find angle between A bar and B bar. So this is the problem. Okay. So the resultant of two forces, two vectors, A bar and B bar, is perpendicular to A bar. So we don't know the vectors, let it be A bar and B bar. So the resultant is perpendicular to A. So the resultant will be this one, perpendicular to A. That is given. So from parallelogram law, the other vector should be in this direction, B. So its magnitude. Angle between them we don't know. Let it be theta. Okay. So the resultant magnitude is half of the B. That is given. So you construct a parallelogram with this information. Okay. So from parallelogram law of vectors, the resultant should be perpendicular to this given. It should be drawn from the same point. So I constructed a parallelogram by using A bar and B bar as adjacent sides drawn from a point. Resultant of these two is diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point, that is R. So what is given? Given R is equal to mod of B bar, B bar bar 2. So this is B, you take this one as alpha. So if this is A, this one is also A. Okay. So this is B, magnitude of B, let it be B. So you apply from this triangle. What is name of this triangle? Let it be OABC. In this triangle, O, so from triangle OBC, what is cos alpha? Adjacent side B by 2 by hypotenuse mod B. So this B get cancelled, you will get half. Cos alpha is equal to a half, then alpha is, you will get 30. Alpha is 60. Okay. So alpha is 60. Then what is angle between A bar and B bar? So angle between A bar and B bar is angle between A bar and B bar. How much? This is 90, that is given. 90 plus 60. So 90 plus 60. So it gives 150. So that is the answer. Angle between A bar and B bar is 150. Next sum. Next sum. A cricket batsman changes the direction of the ball. A cricket batsman changes the direction of motion of the ball. Motion of the ball through an angle theta without change in its speed. Without change in its speed. Find change in momentum. Change in momentum of the ball of mass m. Speed v. Okay, this is the problem. So what is the problem? A cricket batsman changes the direction of motion of the ball. So this is a cricket bat. Okay, cricket bat. The batsman, while playing cricket, the ball is moving. It changes the direction of motion. Ball is coming towards the bat. So this is the ball having the mass m. Batsman will change the direction of motion of the ball like this. So it will be like this without change in its speed. So this is the direction of motion. Instead of going like this ball, it moves like this. So let theta be the change in direction of speed, direction of velocity. So its momentum is mv. What is momentum? mv. Mass into velocity. So final momentum is also mv. So initial momentum, we have p, initial momentum, mass into velocity, is pi, let it be p1, is m into v. Final momentum is p2, that is also mv. What is angle between them? Momentum is a vector quantity. Angle between them is theta. P1 and P2. Let it be theta. So I want a change in momentum. What do we want? Change in momentum. What is the change in momentum? Final momentum minus initial momentum. So what is the formula for change in momentum? Final momentum minus initial momentum. So we want this. Since P1 is equal to P2, mod of P1, P2 minus P1 is, we have 2P, let P1 is equal to Pt, 2P sine theta by 2. What is P? Where P is mv, let it be P. So that is 2P P means mv into sine theta by 2. So this is the answer. So this is the magnitude of change in momentum from vectors. Okay. Now suppose the ball moves back after hitting the bat. Example. So you take this example. How we will solve in the problems. Suppose the ball, after hitting the bat, it moves back with the same speed. Then what is the change in momentum in this case? Change in momentum. Can you say in this case? What is theta here? Changes its direction. So it is 180 degrees. It bounces back. So angle between these two vectors, this vector and this vector, is 180 degrees. So it reverses. Angle between the two vectors. First vector is mv, second vector is mv like this. So angle between them is 180. So 180, sine 180 by 2. So that is 2 mv. I am using this formula. Sine 180 by 2. That is sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. So answer is 2 mv. Clear? If the batsman hits the ball to opposite same exactly to the bowler, so bowler will be in this direction, batsman hits the ball again in this direction, then change in momentum is answer to MB. Clear? Next. So I will give one work to you. Okay. This is the problem for left to you. Two vectors A bar and B bar have equal magnitudes. Magnitude. If magnitude of A bar plus B bar is equal to n times the magnitude of A bar minus B bar, then angle between them first option cos inverse n minus 1 by n plus 1. Second option cos inverse n square minus 1 by n square plus 1. Third option sin inverse n minus 1 by n plus 1. Fourth option sin inverse n square minus 1 by n square plus 1. So these are the options you have. Okay, how you can solve this problem? See, this is the last problem. Two vectors A and B have equal magnitudes. That is solution. Given mod A is equal to mod B. Okay. The magnitude of A bar plus B bar is n times magnitude of A bar minus B bar. That is given. Okay. So I am applying the formulas from parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Mod A plus B, square root of A square plus B square plus 2AB. Otherwise you can write direct formulas. Okay. If mod A is equal to mod B, then the magnitude of A bar plus B bar is 2A cos theta by 2. 2A cos theta by 2. Magnitude of this is n times. What is magnitude of B? A minus B. 2A sin theta by 2. Sin theta by 2. So 2A get cancelled. So that is tan theta by 2. You will get sin theta by 2, cos theta by 2. Tan theta by 2 is n. Sin theta by 2, cos theta by 2. This is 1 by n. Sin theta by 2 by cos theta by 2. That is 1 by n. So we have cos square theta by 2. Tan theta by 2 is 1 by n. So we don't have this option. This one is also one of the options. So theta by 2 is tan inverse theta is tan inverse 2 into tan inverse half 1 by n, but this option is not there. So you can simplify in another way. This is the first method, first option. Second method is a mod a bar plus b bar is, from parallelogram law we have a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, that is n. Mod a minus b is a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Okay, this is from parallelogram law. So squaring on both sides. So mod a is equal to mod b, what you will get here, n square. This is squaring on both sides. So you will get 2a square plus 2a square cos theta n square into 2a square minus 2a square cos theta, since a is equal to b, magnitudes are equal. So you take 2a square common, get cancelled. 1 plus cos theta is n square into 1, n square minus n square cos theta. Okay, I want theta, so you bring this one, take cos theta common. So cos theta we get n square plus 1 is equal to, bring this one this side, n square minus 1. So I want cos theta. So what you will get, cos theta is equal to n square minus 1 by n square plus 1. So cos inverse theta is cos inverse n square minus 1 by n square plus 1. So this is the answer. Okay. So with this, so these are the few problems. These are the few problems I discussed in vectors. So vectors is very essential, and we will continue these vectors forever, plus 1 and plus 2. And so we will discuss the vectors in addition, subtraction, and the products are two types, dot product and cross product. These are the things you learn from vectors. Okay, thank you. I am closing now.